hello folks, welcome along. I am the Custard Prophet and this is episode 2 of our 16th season here at Riga FC. Welcome to the Latvian job in FM22. Yes, we're back there. Okay, a lot of you might not be playing this, but this save has still captured my imagination and we are all the way into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. The challenge here was to get Riga to a level where they could compete in Europe and potentially win a trophy. We've got as far as the quarterfinals in all the competitions we've been in. We've never got further than that. Today could be the day. We've got the best possible opportunity, I think, with the squad that we are going to be able to put out. Right, folks, massive day playing Arsenal. We have played them before. We'll have a look at those results. We've been doing very good in the league, and critically, we haven't picked up an injury. And that seems to have happened every single quarter-final game. We've missed some of our key players. So let's quickly have a look at what's happened in the league. Oh, looky look. We had some hard games, if you remember. We won them all without conceding a goal. That's pretty nice. If we look at Arsenal, we have played them before, but it's been a little while since we were last in playing Arsenal. That's 6 years ago was the last time. We've lost all 4 games against them, but you will notice we haven't really conceded a lot of goals. So if we only lose the first leg 1-0, well, I'm not too worried about that. I think there's a way back. If we lose 5-0, we've got no way back. So that wouldn't be a terrible thing. Squad-wise, as I say, we have a full squad to choose from. It's going to be a challenge, actually, to figure out who the best players at each position should be, and I'm not fully sure if what you see in front of you is what's going to finish out there, but you know, we will find out in due course because we are ready to go out there and play. Okay, let's go forward and see if we can beat Arsenal over 2 legs. It would be mad, wouldn't it? So in the end, I did make a change. Up front, I'm not sure about yet. It's all new, essentially. The front, Crittenden and Lisanovs are not in that front line, which might be a bit of a problem. But we start off with Nedelalcu, Sitz and Kvara as our front 3. All 3 doing well in the league. Midfield, I think it's as good as it can be. Kiadio, Lorenzo and Karadzic. And the back line is an interesting one. We're going Bijekic on the left, Orad Savejevic on the right, and that's the one I was kind of umming and ahhing. Where do we play him? Because he's really good. So the centre back is going to start on the bench. Silva Lima and Mendia in the centre with Kleber Francesco in goal. It's a good side, but the question is it going to be good enough to give Arsenal problems? Right, here we go. Absolutely huge. Arsenal are playing what looks like a fairly defensive formation with a 38-year-old Locatelli in that ball-winning midfielder role. We are on fantastic form. Come on, let's do this. Wouldn't it be amazing to get a result against Arsenal? Well, first half running out. It's been very, very tight. You can see XG's pretty much dead equal. 6 shot for us, 5 for them, but none on target critically for us. XG, though, very, very similar. No one's really having a good game. No one's having a bad game. The question is, do we keep with Sitz up there or do we bring on Lisanovs? I think we'll start exactly as this. This is kind of an ideal scenario. Let's go into the second half, see what we can do. A 0-0 draw would be absolutely fine. And then we come back into Riga and, then we go at it and see if we can get the win. Well, first change is Sitz coming off Lisanovs. We know he offers quite a threat and he's been great in Riga colours over the years. Well, Crittenden has come on as well for Kvara. And first highlight of the match after 79 minutes. Mendia has it here. Karadzic. All the way back to the goalkeeper. And he's gone long. We've got a lot of people up there. We don't have a lot of height though. But here's Lisanovs. It's through. It's Nilescu. Oh no, it's at the post. What a chance that was. One epic chance. And maybe very, very late on, 30 seconds left to go. And Crittenden's been put through. Oh, and what a save there. They've just about held out there. And, well, what can you say about that? What an awesome performance from Riga. Away at the Emirates here. I was going to say Highbury there, unless things have changed an awful lot. Yeah, Riga have given Arsenal very little chance, and the two best chances of the match, well, they went to us, which is fantastic. So better XG away from home. What's not to love there? The centre back came on late, did well. I think we probably should have scored. That's the fun thing though, just not enough on target. But can we do that at home? Because Arsenal did lose, I think 1-0 at home against Real Madrid in the last round. I think it was Arsenal, and then won 4-0 at their place or something like that. So it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but what a result that is. Fantastic. Gives us every possibility of getting through to the second leg. I mean the semi-final, of course, not the second leg. The other match, it finished 0-0, Madrid and Porto. So, and there's an injury to Hughes there. Serious knee injury for Joe Hughes, who was, I think he was the player to come in, perhaps. I don't know, but it looks very, very strong. We kept him quiet as a church mouse. Right, folks, that's awesome. So make sure you head back in a second to see how we get on in the second leg. Could we do it? It would be brilliant if we could. Well, here we go. It's the big one. We know now that the winner of the other ties, it was Barcelona and Inter who went through their matches, so that's going to be the other semi-final. Who's getting through these matches? Porto and Atletico 0-0 after the first leg, and Riga and Arsenal 0-0 after their first leg. I don't know. We've just beaten Valmiera 5-2 with quite a rotated side. I'm not sure what to expect here, but a win would be unbelievable. I mean, we've taken a draw away against Arsenal. We've given ourselves every possible chance here. We just need to go and do it. Let's get into it. So, little changes from the last match. I think the only change we've got is Crittenden is going to start. Kvara is on the bench. I think the rest is exactly the same. I thought it worked well, so why change it? Right, let's dive in. This is going to be massive. So, what are they doing? We've decided to go with Sitz instead of Leeson. Obviously, scored a couple of goals with his head in the last match. So what have we got here? Locatelli's still in there, but I think they've lost Murphy, who's the good player on the wing. Come on, let's do this. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Well, Sitz tries to play it through. Arsenal have had perhaps the better start. And, yeah, we're not seeing that much of the ball either. But we just need to get our feet on it. It's a nice ball out here to Charles. Presumably not Craig Charles. Castro. Ball in. That's a very powerful header from way out. If he'd have scored that, I'd have been very disappointed. It is all Arsenal at the minute. We're going to have to do something here because we're just not getting out of our half. We've gone positive. Might be the wrong thing to do. Another chance here for Arsenal. Samuel now. That's a lovely ball in. Hurst is free, and I think that's really good defending. We're going to try and get through to the half-time, and I might make a change up front, but maybe this going positive has done something, because we've got a chance here. Nalescu, there's a beautiful ball through. Nobody there, and Dominguez in the Arsenal goal is going to have his chance to go long. Come on, just a mistake. They don't do mistakes, or maybe they do. Crittenden, he's picked it up. It's not a terrible mistake at the minute, but could we make the most of it? Karadzic sits, beautiful ball through. Nedalescu, he's missed. Oh no. Oh, that was the chance, surely. It's 0-0, and that was a huge, huge chance there from Nedalescu. Oh, I think we're going to have to make some changes. So, a couple of changes up front. Lisanovs is on, Kvara is on. We'll see what difference that makes, but we're not really firing on all cylinders at the minute. It's a shame. It's a real shame. I expected more from us. Chance here though. Kvara. It's in at the far post. It's Lisanov's. Is that going to count? Absolutely fantastic stuff. We're going back down to balance, but we'll have another look at that. Riga play the ball in. Kvara. Mendia all the way across. Hits the post actually. And onto Lisanov's foot. And it's in. 1-0. If it stays like this, we are through to the semi-finals. But there's a long road ahead. Well, it's a nice little challenge there. Lozano into Bajekic. Kiadio. Ball through. It's Karadzic. And he's gone wide. Another opportunity. We're coming back into it at the end here, despite a really poor first half. And ball through. It's Kvara. What about him? Oh dear me. Finishing has gone out the window. Here's Mendia. Lorenzo. Beautiful play into Bajekic. A big load of space for him to go into. Nedlescu. Lozano. Lorenzo. Not Lozano. And he's played an absolute crappy ball there. Oh my god, if that had gone in, that would have been terrible. So the centre-backs coming on right at the end just to give a few more legs at the back. And there is a whole minute to go, but we have our foot on the ball. I should have... And that's a lovely little ball in. Kvara, Lisinov, does it. The Latvian man, of all the players that you would expect, all the quality we've got on this pitch, the one with the coolest head is the man born in Latvia, who probably is technically the worst player on the pitch. But my god, terrible play from Castro. Kvara finds Lisinov and just smashes it past the goalkeeper. We're beating Arsenal, folks. We are beating Arsenal, and we will be in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Can you believe that? Or maybe we've spoken a bit soon. Good defending there. Last ditch defending. It shouldn't really matter at this stage. We're already into injury time. And they've finally switched it on right at the end here, but it is too little too late. Undoubtedly, if Arsenal had scored, they would have probably steamrolled us in the added on time, in extra time, but it's not to be. We are the quarter-final victors, and we march on into the semi-final, and we're still going a minute and a half into added on time. That's got to be it, hasn't it? And there we go. 2-0 victors there, folks. 2-0 victors over Arsenal. Deserved, according to the XG. Absolutely deserved. What a great performance that was. Unbelievable. No goals conceded against a side as good as Arsenal. So what happened in the other game? It's going to be Porto. This is an interesting one, because I'm assuming they are at the same level as Madrid, but they've kind of done exactly what we did against Madrid, and they've had some good results. I mean, you look at some of the teams they've beaten. They beat Manchester United over 2 legs. Okay, they lost away against Rangers. And got the better of Arsenal actually over 2 legs as well. But I can't believe we are in a Champions League semi-final. £9 million in the bank. Oh, that is awesome. Hopefully, this is all recorded, because that would be gutting to miss that out. So, Porto in the Champions League, and the winner of that will play either Barcelona or Inter in the Champions League final. I think we've got enough about us to beat Porto, as long as we have a fit squad to choose from. I think we can do that. I mean, I don't know whether the side's quite as good as the Arsenal side, looking at this. Neto is supposedly the top man. Lots of goals scored from him. But, yeah, 13 goals in the season. It's not that impressive, is it? Right then, folks. That's flipping cool, isn't it? Let's leave it there. If you've enjoyed that, and you should have done if you've been watching this series for that long, Champions League semi-finalist, Riga. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you next time for a semi-final, Champions League semi-final with Riga. I am so excited for it. See you then. Bye.